Right. Shall we start a long project? Let's start a project that we can run throughout most of the year. And it's a project that I visited a couple of years ago, and it involved using ChatGPT at the time with interesting results. But I thought as AI has got a bit more sophisticated and we're all a bit more knowledgeable about how to work with it, I thought I'd repeat the project again. And this project is about creating a side hustle, hate that term, or a small business idea, maybe. We'll work with an AI to sort of develop that side of things. But it comes with a few rules that I'm going to put in place. The first is that it can't be digital, can't be completely digital, because I really want to explore other avenues like, I don't know, I'm sort of going down a rabbit hole to do with printmaking at the minute, maybe, or something like that. Something a bit more tangible, a bit more touchy-feely, a bit more analog, So it has to involve something non-digital, a non-digital approach. Well, I think will be really interesting. The second is that it has to involve some of my interests and hobbies, maybe even help me improve on a skill or learn a new-ish skill, perhaps. Not really sure, but excited to find out where this might lead. And the third one is that I just want to meet new people. Can this idea sort of catapult me outside of my comfort zone and allow me to meet new, creative and interesting people? Maybe? I don't know. They're the three rules that I put in place, and it'll be really interesting to see how the AI interprets it. Another thing, I've got a spare 50 quid. Let's throw 50 quid into the pot, because that might influence things. So along with those three rules, I would like to put in 50 quid into the pot, £50. Maybe it's for materials, maybe it's, I don't know. Shall we see where we go? Let's go. So the first thing that the AI did, I'm working with Gemini, by the way. I've been favouring Gemini for quite some time now over the others, and so I've picked this for this project, and it wanted to get to know me a bit more. So it started asking me questions about my hobbies and interests. I like to make things. I like to make cabinets and stuff. I like to draw. I like to make zines, that sort of thing, as well as like the electronic side of things and the design. And it started asking me some really interesting questions just to get to know me a little bit better. And then it started putting forward a few suggestions, and it actually came up with three really good ones, actually. Really good ones. Okay, so idea number one. Okay, this was an interesting one. It recommended that because I really like the retro community in terms of the retro games, especially. It suggested that I go round all the car boot sales, charity shops, and anything else in between, and start buying up old board games, and any old instruction manuals, with the idea that people out there will be wanting to buy replacement pieces to make their games complete. Now, I actually thought this was a really good idea. Even if, like, a board game, let's say classic Cluedo, you find in a charity shop, it's incomplete. There's bits missing, probably a bit of damage on a few parts, a few cards ripped here and there. I don't know. You could still buy that, separate them out, and sell them as individual pieces to allow people to complete their vintage set. To allow them to have complete vintage board games in their collection. That was a nice idea, I thought. Fair play. That was a good one. We started chatting again a bit more, and we ventured into instruction booklets. And the AI also suggested buying up and collecting old maps for computer games. So these were sort of the GTA maps first spring to mind. Collecting all the GTA maps, maybe putting them in frames, but again, same principle as the board game idea, that people would want to buy these to display themselves or to complete their own collection at home. So option one, idea number one, was collecting old board game parts and cards and maps, and but also video games as well, video game leaflets and maps and instruction booklets. Yeah, nice idea, fair play. I'll give him that one. Number two, I wanted it to draw more on my hobbies and interests, like skills, and I always like drawing. I don't think I'm very good. I enjoy it. And the process of drawing serves its purpose because I really enjoy doing it, but I'd like to get better at it. And idea number two was to create a Doodle booth, which I've never ever heard of, but you go online and you will see. The Gemini, the AI, actually suggested a few videos for me to watch. Just little videos of people setting up their Doodle booths, and basically it's like a bit of a big cardboard box with a hole cut out, and people sit down, pay a bit of money, and the artist on the other side just draws a caricature of them, and then feeds the result, the finished drawing, through a slot like an old-fashioned photo booth. Yeah, I thought that was a really good idea. And again, it led me down another massive rabbit hole of Doodle booths. And I really like this idea. It's a bit scary because, as I was telling Gemini, I don't think I'm very good. But because of the timescale that we've given this project, it knew that it had time to train me, and it was going to provide me with tutoring, drawing lessons. which is incredible. So I really like that idea as well. The third idea number three that it came up with, was sort of an extension of idea number two, and I mentioned it a moment ago, and it suggested creating a photo booth. I have a variety of thermal printing cameras. So these are cameras that you take a picture and it prints. There's a little thermal printer in it, and it prints a little receipt with your image on. One moment, please. Dirt cheap. Yeah, dirt cheap to buy and really cheap to refill. And they're just brilliant. And I have a stack of receipts from going back for the last year and a half now. Which, yeah, I enjoy using those cameras. And it suggested that we should build a photo booth with me taking apart one of these cameras so we can rearrange the lens and the circuitry, and then the more importantly, the printer, so we can arrange it a bit better in keeping with like the photo booth theme. And again, I really like this idea. It's very low tech. It's very lo-fi. It's not of like a proper photo booth where you get a really decent photo print, but I like this idea. It's gonna be a bit of hard work to probably get it up and running, but I like that idea. And it again led me down a few rabbit holes, YouTube rabbit holes, gave me a few videos to watch. And I recently went to London and noticed there's a few photo booth companies out there in the back of like record shops. And I think there was one even in the Hard Rock Cafe that was done out with speakers and stuff. So photo booths are still quite popular, but I can see me taking this to shows, maybe Comic Cons or something. So that was idea number 3. As to what I'm going to choose, I've got to choose one, haven't I? I've got to choose one. I'm going to go with the Doodle booth. I think I'm going to go with a Doodle booth, but as a fallback, I could make like a little modular add-on. So if it all goes to pot and I don't feel the quality of my drawing is up to scratch, I can just bolt in one of my camera mods and turn it into a photo booth for so people can take their photos in the booth at an event or a show or something. So yeah, a combination of idea 2 and 3. Might even do idea 1 when I'm trawling the charity shops. Who knows? But I think I'm going to concentrate on idea number 2 with a bolt-on for idea 3 as a fallback. Yeah, I think that would be really good, actually. I'm really excited to see where this goes. And we'll probably look back when we reach the end of 2026. We'll look back and think, what was he thinking? He had no chance of pulling this off. But you've got to try these things, and it's really interesting to see where these things can lead. Priority number 1 is just to meet new people. I want to meet new creative people because I think I've got a bit too comfortable. I feel I'm losing the art of conversation. It's okay talking to camera, but in terms of speaking with people, I think I'm losing the art of conversation as I'm not pushing myself outside my comfort zone and just have my life on repeat, on a loop. And I don't think that's very good. So I'm going to intervene and sort of push myself into new and exciting situations. So, yeah. Okay. Looks like I've got a bit of planning to do. Okay. Like and subscribe, as the kids say. Follow this journey. Again, another term I hate, but to follow this experiment. We'll leave it at that. Subscribe and follow this experiment. We'll see where it leads. And if you've done something similar in the past, we're working with AI to create something to earn a bit of money on the side, or to achieve another objective. I would be really interested. So leave a comment as well. Get in touch. Let me know. I'm pinballing my way through this. I'm not an expert. I'm just seeing where I end up. But thanks for getting this far. If you've got this far, you're obviously interested in this. So yeah, subscribe and follow me on with this little experiment. Right, I best get planning and designing, and more to come soon. Stay tuned, as they say. All right, I'm going to get in the workshop now. Take care. See you later. Bye bye.